guys, but I have not been on here in so long, and I'm so excited to be back. And a lot has changed, so I am ready to like let you guys know what's been going on with me and why I've been missing in action so long. But oh my gosh, y'all, it just feels so weird being in front of the camera. Like, I'm just trying to get used to it again, but so much has been happening, and I want to give you guys a little update about, you know, what's going on in my life and like what's just, I don't know. So let's get right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So y'all, a lot has been going on. Like, I've been MIA. It's been over a year since I've shot my last video for my channel. I had a baby, and let me tell you guys, that was a very like tough experience. Like, when I tell you, you know, it's always supposed to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm having a baby, which I was very excited. We were both very excited. It was just like the pregnancy itself was just so hard, and it was just the worst. But it was a blessing when I got to meet her. So I was just so excited for, you know, I was like, I'm in a rush. I can't wait till she's here. And now she's here, and I'm just like, oh, I miss my sleep. But it's such a blessing, and it's a very like beautiful experience. But throughout the process, when we first found out, you know, we were expecting, I was like somewhere turning up. Like, I was at my friend's house. She invited me to a party. I was her turning up, having drinks, like, you know, partying it up, living my life, because that's just what I do. But y'all, when I tell y'all that them cramps hit hard, I was like, something is going on. Like, I was cramping so bad, and I was just having like, I was just feeling like, you know, maybe my cycle's coming, maybe, you know, like what's going on really. But I mean, my cycle's pretty regular, so I'm like, okay, well, it's just coming. So I was just prepared for that. So days go by, and we're just like, you know, I'm just feeling a little weird, and I'm just like not really sick or anything yet, but I'm just feeling so weird. My back is hurting, like I'm just having all these weird symptoms, and then my period did not come. So I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? So we went to go get a test, and I took 3 tests, and before you know it, the first test comes back positive, and I'm just like, what? what's happening? Like, but all in all, we were excited. So, you know, it wasn't a bit of like a shock, you know, when you're doing things to make you become pregnant. So we were excited, and as time went on, you know, I was feeling fine. After that, I knew I was pregnant, so I knew those symptoms were not abnormal, so I was feeling fine. And then around Thanksgiving, because I found out at the beginning of November. So around Thanksgiving, I was like, like, I'm just starting to feel sick, y'all. Like, and then I know it comes with pregnancy or whatnot, but I was just feeling so sick. Like, you know, I ate for Thanksgiving, but afterwards, like, I just felt bloated and just tired and whatnot. So that was cool. So then about the next couple of weeks, I just start throwing up everything I ate. Like, I could not eat anything. Like, when I tell y'all, for the whole pregnancy, I threw up. Like, guys, I'm so happy to like be back to myself, because mentally, emotionally, physically, my pregnancy was just so horrible from the beginning. Like, I just threw up everything. I couldn't eat everything. I couldn't even drink water. I couldn't, like, nothing, y'all. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. So when I went to explain that to my gynecologist, or, you know, my doctor, I had told her, like, I'm just feeling so bad. So she prescribed me medicine. She gave me all this type of stuff, and none of that was working. Like, every time I would go back, she would try something different. None of that was working. I just kept throwing up. I lost so much weight, y'all. I literally started out at like 190, almost 200. I was a bit like gaining weight, and then throughout my pregnancy I got down to 160, like 150. So I was so skinny, like it was just not even funny, and it was unhealthy. But she was getting all the nutrients and stuff that she needed, surprisingly. Like, I was just concerned because I'm like, she's not gonna be getting anything, like she's not gonna be growing right, like, you know. But every time we would go to the doctor, I would be worse and she would be like getting better. And I was concerned because I had like a really small belly. My belly was so small, like I would get so many reactions like, oh my gosh, like, is she okay? Like, you know, is she growing? Even my mom and I were concerned, like, as if she was growing or not, because we were just like, you know, that's a small belly to be like 7-8 months. Like, but I carried the pregnancy well. And then also I was throwing up every single day. Like, guys, hyperemesis is what it's called when you throw up throughout your pregnancy. Hyperemesis gravidarum, I think that's how you pronounce it, but that's what it's called when you throw up throughout your pregnancy. And it was just like, ugh. When I tell y'all, every day I would just like want to pull my hair out, but I would just be like, oh, she's gonna come and we're gonna be so happy, like we're gonna be so excited. So we just stuck it out until she, you know, got here. And even the day of, when, you know, I went to give birth, I was throwing up. So, you know, they tell you, I had a cesarean section and they tell you not to eat, you know, a couple hours before. So I think I ate some waffles, and I wasn't even worried because I knew, like, okay, it's gonna come up, so I guess that's considered not eating. And I mean, she's here now. We're so blessed. We're so happy. She brings us so much joy. Like, I'm so excited and so happy to be a mom. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom and, you know, have a little family. It's just so beautiful. But I mean, it's not always like, with her being here now, you know, I don't get as much sleep and I'm always tired, but I still try to turn up when I can because I don't want to be boring. I mean, I'm 24, I'm a mom like now, but I'm not a boring mom. I'm like the fun, like I don't want to be boring. I still can turn up and have fun and, you know, and just do whatever. So, and also to go into my labor and delivery story. So up until the time I, you know, was scheduled to have a cesarean section, I was scheduled the day after I had her, but I ended up having her the day before, which I was so happy. Like, I was doing everything I could. I didn't try all the weird stuff that they tell you, like castor oil, all that stuff that they tell you to try. I didn't do that, but I was just trying to walk. I was just trying to like exercise. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just trying to make her come because I was like, I'm tired of throwing up. Like, my throat would be burning, and like my throat would be burning. It would be like I would be throwing up blood just because I was throwing up so much. It was just becoming too much, guys. Like, it was becoming too much. And I feel like every time someone would call me to check on me, I'll be like, nope, I'm not feeling fine. I'm sick. I don't want to go. Like, my fiance would try to get me to go out. I would just be like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I just want to stay in. But I know doing stuff would make the time go faster. But I just wasn't feeling it. Like, I was just like, no, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, ooh, I just couldn't do it. Like, oh my gosh. But as we, you know, up until the time that I had her, my sorority sister came to visit me, and she had, you know, brought some gifts and came over, you know, just to talk before, like, you know, I gave birth, because she knew she wouldn't see me a little bit after that. So we were just sitting in the house talking like regular, and before you know it, like, I'm getting these little cramps or something, like, you know. And, you know, as close as it gets to when you deliver, you start getting Braxton Hicks contractions. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I'm just like, well, I am scheduled tomorrow. And I was 39 weeks. Full term is 39 weeks and 40 weeks. So I was full term, but I just didn't think like she would be coming just yet, because I was scheduled for the day after. So we're just sitting here and like we're just talking or whatever, and just like having a normal conversation. And then I just get these bad cramps. So I'm just like in the middle, like, no, I ain't never felt that before. Like, I ain't felt that before. And she's like, okay. So we still talking. So then here comes another one 5 minutes later, and I'm just like, nah, I could be tripping. But then I'm just like, okay, it would be nice if she could come today. Like, I would be so excited if she could come. So I'm just like, okay. So then, you know, it was more like contractions and contractions. So I'm like, okay, let me try to go to the bathroom, because maybe, you know, maybe my stomach is just a little messed up or whatever. So I'm like, let me try to go to the bathroom. And I'm just like, okay, so did that. It's still happening. So I'm just like, okay, this is not it. So there would be times where whenever I was pregnant, like I would sneeze, and TMI, like I would just pee on myself because she was right on my bladder. And like that was the worst. So I'm just like, okay, let me just take a shower real quick, because even though I was still in pain, like I'm just like, oh, we need to rush. My bags were already packed, her bags were packed. I'm like, okay, we need to rush, we need to hurry up and try to like make it to the hospital. It's like 7 minutes away from home. So I'm like, okay, we need to hurry up, but I'm just like, let me take a shower, because they're not finna say I smell like pee. So let me just take a shower real quick. Let me just, you know, get myself freshened up. You know, and there's this solution that you have to use prior to having a cesarean section. So I'm just like, let me put that on and wash it off, wash the area so it can be like, you know, clean and it doesn't get infected or whatever. So I did that, and I'm brushing, I'm just half wet, getting dressed. I'm like, let me put on my clothes, let me put on my bra, let me put on my, and my line sister is like, no, just go, they're gonna take it off anyway. So I'm glad I wasn't like in public. I'm glad no one saw me. So we went straight from home to the hospital, which was very close. And getting there, my doctor did not deliver my baby because she was not on call that day. So I had another doctor, so that was even scarier. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm in pain. Like, this is someone I don't know. Even though the doctor was really good and really nice, the staff was so amazing. Like, they were like so good. I would definitely go back there if I chose to have another baby. So we got there, everything was smooth, the contractions were getting worse. So when we arrived at the hospital, I was at about a 5. So they were like, okay, we have to get ready and get you, you know, in your gown or whatever. And I wore a dress, so I was just like, whoop, whoop. I just put it right back, like right on, because I was just like, I'm ready. Like, and then I was still throwing up. The doctors were asking a lot, well, the nurses were asking a lot of questions, and, you know, they have to ask you all this about anesthesia and just so many questions, allergies and all of that. So after that, we go, and I've never seen my fiance so nervous. Like, he's not nervous about anything. He's always just like, you know, you're gonna be fine, stop worrying so much. Because I was worried during my pregnancy, because I'm like, okay, my belly's small, like I'm just so scared, like I just don't want anything bad to happen. He's always like, no, everything's gonna be okay, we're just gonna pray, we're just gonna keep praying, everything will be fine, you know, we have faith. So I'm just like, okay, that made me feel a lot better. But at the hospital, y'all, he was like, every second he was just so quiet. I'm just like, you're excited, right? Like, she's about to be here. And, you know, after time went by, y'all, we went to, well, I went alone before he got to come in so they could, you know, do the, I think it's called a spinal block, where, you know, you can't feel anything. So the lady gets to putting the needles on my legs, like, can you feel it? And I'm just like, yeah, I can still feel it. Like, so I'm scared at that point, because I'm like, y'all can't start and I can still feel it like that. Like, no, y'all better turn it up a notch, like, for real, because it was just too much. So they turned it up all the way a notch. So during surgery, I can't feel my legs, which is the point of what they were doing. But I didn't know it was going to be like that. It's like I wanted to move them, but they wouldn't move. So on the operating table, I'm moving my legs like, oh my gosh, I can't feel my legs. I'm freaking out, y'all. I'm so dramatic. So I'm freaking out. I'm moving my legs. I'm like, no, I can't feel my legs. Like, no, like something's going on. Like, is it gonna go away? And they're just talking to me throughout it. The lady's like, go to sleep. And my fiance's like, no, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. I guess he thought I got shot or something and I was about to die. But he was like, don't go to sleep. The nurse was like, you can go to sleep. But I wanted to see her when she got there. So they end up putting pressure on my stomach, and she was coming out. And then before you know it, we arrived at the hospital like 9:30ish. She was there at 11. So she was here at 11. So it was just the most beautiful thing ever. Like all of the pain and all of the stuff I went through, I was like, oh my gosh, this is worthwhile. Like when I tell y'all, like I just fell in love with her. We both did. Like, and then I gave birth during COVID-19. So only my fiance was able to be there. My mom, she couldn't be there, and like my family. So that was really hard because like anybody who knows me, like I need my mom there. I need my mom by my side. It was also good to have him by my side, but I needed him and my mom. So it was like, like not like I was just like, I want my mama. So we had to FaceTime her, and she was just so happy that she was born. And she didn't get to see her for a while because she wanted to quarantine, but it was good. And then they wouldn't start the surgery until like we got my COVID test back. And that test, y'all, ooh, I was just like, that was just a lot. But they didn't start for a while, and I was just like, is it positive? Is it positive? And they're like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And then finally we got a negative result. I was like, okay, good, because I don't want to be in here with COVID and then my baby. It was just like, I did not want that. So I was just like, no. So thank God that none of us had it. So it was good. And everything went smooth, guys. And it was just like, I ain't gonna say I would do it again, but I just hope that I don't get sick like that, because when I tell y'all, like y'all think I'm being dramatic, but no, like I'm sure he was just like, I just need to get out of this house, because I was complaining every day. I was mad every day. I was just like so annoyed every day, and it was the most, like, y'all, I can't even tell y'all how crazy that was. But she's here now, and we all love her. She's so spoiled, and so like, she's a good baby, and she's so smart. Like, she's so smart. And I know people say that about their kids because it's their kids, but no, my baby is so smart. Like, she's just so advanced. And during my pregnancy, it was just a lot other stuff going on. So, you know, I got engaged during that time, and I was pregnant during that time, so I was not in the best mood. I was just kind of like, I just want this baby to get here. So we were planning that, and it was my birthday like 2 days before the engagement. So my sisters wanted to take me out, and my fiance also wanted to take me out, and I was just like, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere for my birthday. Just cancel it. I can't eat. Like, I can't drink. I can't turn up. Like, I don't want to do anything, because anything I try to eat, I'm gonna, you know, throw it up. So I was just being a Debbie Downer. Like, I didn't want to do anything. As time went by, you know, they planned everything, and I did not know, y'all. Like, I didn't know a thing, and I could not believe it. I mean, I was getting little vibes like, okay, why is he leaving so much? And he's not like that. Like, if he goes anywhere, he'll tell me everywhere he goes. Like, not on some like crazy stalkerish, but like, oh, just to let me know out of respect. So he'll go, and like, you know, he would just be leaving and leaving. I'm just like, okay, this is weird. Like, but I still didn't suspect anything, being that like, I was just sick. I was in the house so much that I just, you know, I could see like him leaving. So it was just a lot. So time comes, and I'm going to my parents' house. I didn't know I was going because I had a blindfold on, but I'm going to my parents' house and everyone's there. Everyone surprises me, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like I did not know all of them were gonna be there. Like I did not know that, and it was just like me, like I'm like the FBI, like nothing gets past me, like nothing. Like I don't know how they even pulled this off, because like they pulled it off really good, because nothing gets past me. Like I'm always on my P's and Q's. I really should work for the Shade Room or something. Like I'm not for the negativity, but I could find some stuff. But I didn't find this out, so that was weird. But like it was just amazing, guys. Like I just couldn't believe it. It was just so beautiful, and it kind of got me in like a lot of good spirits that day, because just to see everybody. I was in the house, you know, my whole pregnancy. I stopped working because of my condition, so it was just so excited to be engaged, to see everyone. Like it was such a joyous moment, and you know, everything has changed. A lot has changed. And now we're currently planning and trying to decide, like, what are we gonna do for, you know, the wedding stuff coming up. And, you know, my daughter, she's getting older, like day by day. She's already 3 months. So I've been gone for a while, and I was just like, I need to get back to YouTube. Like, I need to make this video. I need to let them know, like, why I've been gone. Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom and full-time grad student. So I'm getting my master's. I'm just enjoying spending time with my daughter. We're spending a lot of time together, so but she knows like mostly my parents and my fiance and I. She knows like us, to like she just sees us so much. She gets so excited, so I get to spend a lot of time with her, and a lot has changed, you know. Like I don't get much sleep. I mean, people may think like, oh, you're staying at home, you're stay-at-home mom. No, like it's a lot. Like you don't ever get any sleep, but it's just so beautiful, because when you're tired, they'll do something like laugh or something funny, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is the reason I'm losing my sleep. It's okay. So everything just has changed, and now for the next year, you know, I'll be going back to work, and I'll be trying to get like used to, you know, I'll be a mom and working and doing other things outside of that. I'll be doing YouTube and, you know, just balance. So like balance, I want to travel. It's just so many things that's gonna be coming up, but I'm so excited. Like everything's just happening at the time it's supposed to, you know. Things are just going really smooth, and I'm very like content with everything. So it's just, I'm so excited. So I'll be here, I'll be doing more videos. I'll be back. Like I ain't gonna leave y'all that long no more, because I know y'all missed me. I know y'all missed me. So I will not leave you guys that long. Here is baby Emma. Hi, Mama. Look. Say hi. So this is why I've been gone for almost a year. Here she goes, and her name is Emma. So we just love that name. I fell in love with that name. It took my fiance like, okay, I like it too after a while, but here she goes. Hi. Hi. She loves to laugh and jump and play. She's so active. Like she can already hold her own bottle. She was doing that at like 2.5 months. So she is very active, and she is sassy. She is something else. Yay, 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 yay. And she already loves CoComelon. Like, y'all, I thought that show is already like kind of annoying. So like she's already watching it at 3 months. So I still have a long way to go, and she'll still want to watch it. So I guess we'll just have to watch CoComelon for now. Okay, yeah. And did I mention she's dramatic? Very dramatic. So dramatic. Sassy, bougie, dramatic. Oh! See, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. Video's over.